Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Before anyone sees it, and calls attention to it, I am aware one of my teeth is broken. This one. It's missing a bit. Happened last night. Oh, Rambler. I don't know where this came from, but I ain't got the space for it anymore, and it's collecting dust. And I need that dust for my dust collection. It's yours. Do what you will with it, kiddo. So, ain't it? I mean, it's really not, my man, but... Alright. Familiar statue. I think we already have that. Now that I mention it, you're probably not going to be able to unsee it. So I apologize that I have a broken tooth. I can't do anything about it. This is why you brush your teeth. I wish I could have. Never really had the opportunity to, so, you know. It's not my first tooth to break. And in case anyone's worried that I'm in pain or anything, I'm not. The nerves in that tooth have been dead for so long. It's been a matter of time. Hello, Caroline. Nice running into you, Tallnut. What's the latest? We're midway through Civil Engineering for Beginners. Such a great book. So I also do probably sound a little differently, because your teeth do impact how you sound. So I'm probably a little more, S-soundy. I can't really help it. I was thinking of maybe just not having face cam anymore. Gonna be honest. I was legitimately thinking of that. But, no. I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep the face cam. I'm gonna live with this. I'm gonna own it. Admittedly, I have also signed up for a dental insurance thing that Canada rolled out to everybody recently that hopefully will be able to at least make getting some of my teeth fixed affordable. They all need it. So, you know, it's probably going to be a few of them at a time kind of thing. And I'm hoping if that is the case to at least start with the front ones. Like, if I had to diagnose the order of which I need my teeth fixed in, and like actually going off of need, not appearance, it would basically be go left to right. And I do apologize if like dental topics bother some of you guys. Understandably, I need to just ramble. I need this, and I apologize. So if this kind of stuff bothers you, I'll see you next episode. Soups, great to see you. It's really not, but alright. It ain't over yet, Queen, no matter what sun says. Yeah, I mean, the sun still says it's plenty daytime for me, because it's summer. How it works. It's never nighttime. But yeah, I used to eat, like, everything on the left side of my mouth. Then, I started getting really bad cavities over there, because I could never brush my teeth. Anytime I'd get a toothbrush, it would get ruined within weeks, and then I wouldn't get a new one for months, and that cycle would just continue for basically forever, until I developed a cavity that was so big that brushing my teeth became painful. Want to know the ironic thing? Cavity's gone. It was in that part of the tooth. That's where it was. So hey, cavity's fixed, technically. I mean, it's fixed if it's not there anymore. But yeah. So, because of that, my teeth over here are shatters and slivers. They're not really teeth anymore. My gums are so puffy up between what's left, like, I cannot eat things on the left side of my mouth. I just can't. There's a lot of exposed nerves, and I just can't do it. Sometimes my tongue grazing those teeth hurts. So that's why I say they probably need to go first. Now, you might think that's where I'd already broken a tooth. No, I broke a tooth on the right. it's never hurt. I get the feeling it's the same case of the, my front tooth that broke, where it's just the nerves have been dead for so long that I don't feel anything anymore. It was also a rather smooth break on the teeth, so like it's not even like it's a sharp thing, so I don't want any of y'all worrying about me. That's the long and short of it. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you don't end up like me. Use me as that example. And quite honestly, if any of y'all watching have kids that need a good reason to brush their teeth, there you go. These feel so good. I guess I must have dozed off. Yeah, I feel that. I should really dig up those gyroids at some point. There's our message bottle. What we got? Whoever finds this, I was cleaning and found a DIY recipe written on a piece of paper that uses a bookmark. I didn't want to waste a good idea, so I'm sharing it with you. My recipe is your recipe. Good luck, Dora, the Explorer. Peach chair. That is what you put in chairs, yes. Every time I make that joke, part of me's like, I bet there's some people out there that don't get it. Peaches are butts. That's usually how they're described. And you'll never look at a peach the same way again now that I've said that. But yeah, like, it's annoying. It's uncomfortable. My brain will get used to it eventually. For now, my brain is convinced there's something stuck between my teeth. That's what it feels like. Is that there's just something stuck between my teeth. Couldn't explain why I have that feeling. It just, that's the feeling. So, like, my brain keeps going, no, I need to pick at that with my tongue to get whatever is stuck between my teeth out. It's like there's nothing there to be stuck. There's nothing there for things to get stuck between. You know. And yes, I am going to be making at least some jokes at my own expense over this. I do that about things. No point trying to be all serious about it. I look goofy. I look like I've been doing drugs for decades. You know, no point in trying to be all serious about it. We got some magical dresses. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna be a magical girl. Let's see. There we go. Get some Madoka energy going on. Nah, moccasins. There we go. Probably the best hat here. I'm gonna take this hat too. I could use different socks, maybe. Yes. There's no socks that really work. This'll do for now. I mean, black and pink go together, so. Isn't that a metal band? Blackpink or something like that? I know baby metal's a thing. Summer's been especially hot, hasn't it, Steven? I'm always here, but I know it's too warm because we keep selling out of sleeveless clothes. That's fair. And, like, not gonna lie, I am still really... I can't even say... Bummed isn't the right word, but I can't easily think of a better word. Like, I'm... Even, like, disappointed doesn't really work. Like... I'm not okay. But... I feel like I've been making pretty good progress on me. Especially lately. And I don't want to let this ruin it, you know? So glad to see you, Snorty. Let's talk. Isn't my interior chic? It's all thanks to my chef's outfit. Sometimes at night I get spooked thinking someone's standing there, but that's a small price to pay, right? That's fair. That is very, very fair. yeah, like, I actually remember making this comment in the 8-Bit Drummers chat one day, and he was talking about how he's basically been like looking in and like trying to figure out who Jared is, and that's his name. And I've been doing more or less the same thing. Yo, Steven, I was waiting for you, Colonel. Let's chat. You know, sometimes it's not easy to tell when someone is ripped, Colonel. I mean, at a glance, some really built folks don't look that built. That's why I think every ripped bod needs a muscle shirt, Colonel. I'm just saying, why flex your modesty muscle when you could be flexing those biceps, Colonel? And that's fair, my man. I didn't mean to press the button. I bumped the controller against the Joy-Cons against my table. But it's something I've kind of realized lately, is I have been doing a lot of that myself, and, you know, I'm slowly starting to figure out who I am, who Steven is. And, you know, I'm starting to like that guy. Just a little. Not much, but a little. I can tolerate him now. You know. And that's, you know, that's the kind of thing I don't want to lose, you know? Like, I did not have a great night. I will put it that way. I am very thankful I had a friend I could talk with as well. Like, she definitely helped. What's up, Steven? You need me for something? What'd you do it? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making a wooden mini table. This DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so I like to go all in on it. It's worth the effort, though. Oh, already crammed your brain with a wooden mini table making? Yep. Alright, I should've known. You're always on top of stuff. Well, I already brought up a recipe for a wooden mini table. Take it anyway. Give it to a friend or something, Nightshade. Wouldn't it rock if we all made a wooden mini table? Oh, yawning. But, like, it's also a case of, like, one thing, and it's why I mentioned it, is I'm trying not to fall back into old habits right now. Because, I used to, when my teeth started really getting bad, like, I started basically practicing talking without really moving my upper lip. That's just how I would go about things. I would be doing this most of the time. I would keep my head tilted down. I would mumble. I wouldn't talk. And I've been getting better about actually talking lately. Like, actually moving my lips. Actually, you know, being a person. Maple, she's doing a little read. Nice running into you, honey. It's the latest. I try to be a good listener. You can talk to me anytime, honey. Aw. You can talk to me as well. I always do my best to be a good listener. But, yeah, like, I don't want to lose that progress either. Like, that would probably be the biggest shame, honestly. Now, I know I know there's probably some of you who are probably wondering what I have maybe planned. What would be my ideal fix, you know? Ideally, I would want completely new teeth. I know the surgery exists, I know it's stupidly expensive, and I'm also 99% sure that it would not be covered under the free dental insurance that the Canadian government offers. So that's the dream, but probably not going to be the reality. The reality is probably going to be dentures. Top set, bottom set. Because I'm going to need both. My bottom teeth are just as bad as my top teeth. Ironically, my first tooth was broken on the bottom. You know. So, you know. that's probably where I'll end up. And now you might be thinking, well, wouldn't you be a little ashamed? Nah, not really. Because here's the thing. If I were to be ashamed of having dentures, I feel like that's just rude to everybody else who has them. You know? Pinky coming out. Hello, Pinky. Hey there, my fabulous bestie. Thanks for chatting with me. One chat. So I want to tell you. 1, you're fab. I'm really not today, but thank you. 2, I mean that. 3, there is no 3. There's no 3. It got shot in the knee. With those arrows 3. On its way to look at a bee. As far as it could see. I don't know what I'm doing. Other than just trying to keep on keeping on. Because, I mean, like I said, there's no real, like... In my mind, there's no reason for me to be down. You know? I've had enough of that. These, like, 12 hours of last night into today. It's actually closer to, like, 20 hours, really. But, because I was still feeling kind of meh going into the Sunday stream, so... Which, for those who don't know, I record this on Sunday, so... If you want an accurate timeline, I broke my tooth on Saturday. Eating pizza, of all things. It was a very overcooked pizza. Decently hard. Okay, we either already have it, or this is not an actual thing. It's a fake. It's a fake. Star Trek reference. For those who didn't see it, I did do Monster Hunter Wilds for the Sunday stream, and I did learn some very interesting things. One, as much as I can handle a face cam with that game going, my computer cannot handle the VTuber model, so I can't VTube and Monster Hunter Wild. So if I ever do stream it again, it needs to be with face cam. Unless I just don't have a camera at all. So I may just not really stream the game again. Unless I can find a solution. It could just be I needed to, like, restart my computer first. Because my computer, like, okay, it's not my computer, it's Firefox, is using a crap load of RAM. Even my computer is using a lot that is just not accounted for. Roosters Coffee's the best. They both love it. I mean, I imagine it is pretty good. I mean, it's in his name. He was born for this. Okay, time to get back to the shop. I'll be seeing you boys in a couple minutes. But, yeah, being back playing that game just reminded me of all the things I don't like about it. And, like, I feel weird, because there are people who definitely like Wilds, and that's fine. It's a fun game. I'm not saying it isn't. There's just so many little... It's like Final Fantasy XIV. It's not a bad game. There's just so many little things that bother me that make it hard to enjoy. You know? Like... The main character having spoken lines of dialogue that you have absolutely no say or input over. Like, that is frustrating, to say the least. You know, I want to hang on to the familiar statue. $1980. That was a year. I'm literally 40 bells off of that 400 Nook miles. I can tell a lot more air is coming out when I'm speaking, and it is driving me a little nuts. I'll get used to it though. I just need to talk more. I did not talk the most during my Monster Hunter stream, and I know it. But yeah, like, it also, I'm really baffled. Apparently the meta armor right now is Arch-Tempered Radau for one of its set effects, not even for the stats on the armor. This set effect basically just being Moxie, but on your armor. And basically what Moxie does is just guarantees you survive a hit, as long as you're above a certain threshold of health. And it also gives you 5 whole % more attack. That is so little that I don't understand what people are after. Moxie used to be one of those, like, food effects that you'd more or less get clowned on for having, because it's a planning for failure effect. And I can think of multiple other armor sets that probably give a higher damage bonus, too. The only thing I can think of is that the person in my chat is not entirely sure themselves why people love that armor, and I feel like it might have something to do with the bonuses to latent power it has, because it apparently extends the duration of latent power, which would... I mean, latent power itself is a good effect. So, like, I could understand if that's what people are after. Because, latent power on its own is, at maximum, something like a 50% affinity boost, which is effectively 50% critical hit rate boost. Pair that with, you know, a weapon with like a 25% affinity rate, and now you're at 75%. Get a bunch of critical boost going on from, like, gem slots in your weapon, and you could be dealing pretty heavy damage. The thing is, though, like, it would really depend on if the duration boost to latent power was long enough to carry you to the next activation of latent power. Because if it isn't, that's a problem. Because, you know, now you have downtime where part of your armor is doing nothing. That's the issue with latent power in the first place, is the amount of time you're sitting around with nothing going on because it's not active. So, okay, you're on the beach at least. You're not like Snake, you're not trying to burn the whole island down, but why are you sparklering? Also, I want to note here, even though I know this is like 20-some minutes into the video, there is actually another Sunday this month, so I still have time to get to maybe work on some firework designs. I completely blanked that the 31st was a Sunday. So, yeah. But yeah, it definitely has me a bit baffled why people are using it. I did notice while playing that either the new monsters just have a much higher wound resistance, or they have greatly lowered the rate monsters become wounded. Though I feel like they've lowered the rate monsters become wounded, because even the regular, I think it was the chicken. I forget the name of the thing, but the chicken. It's a big chicken. Even when fighting that thing, to like de-rust myself a bit, it wasn't getting wounded as much as I remember things getting wounded with the armor set I'm wearing. I have like full, I think it's called Foray or something like that. Basically, it's a skill that increases your likelihood to wound a monster and also increases your damage to weak spots and wounds. Well, it increases your affinity against weak spots and wounds. Or no, that skill itself gives you a boost to your non-elemental damage. That's what it is. I'll remember. It's another part of the armor set that increases your damage to weak spots and wounds. Also, I feel like I'm way too close to the microphone. Also, the microphone probably wasn't angled quite right. But, yeah, like... Fighting Legiacris. I think I wounded the thing maybe 3 times with that armor on. I can only imagine how little you wound the thing without it. Like... It's, probably not much. And I know wounding is a mechanic that a lot of people do not like about Wilds. I don't mind it. I honestly don't. Like, the only thing I don't like about wounding is how you have to hold down a special button to see wounds. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Like, if you could just see the wounds without needing to hold down a button, I'd be perfectly fine with them. Because, yeah, they do increase the amount of damage you deal to monsters. Well, most hunts still take 10 to 15 minutes. That's the same amount of time they take in World, in Rise. There are some monsters that are over really quickly. Lalabarina being one of them. That thing just has no health. That's the problem. They don't need to get rid of wounds, they just need to give that thing more health. It would still die in like 5-6 minutes in, you know, any of the other Monster Hunter games. The thing has no health. But, yeah, like... It's... I also don't like some of the, like... The best way to put it is I don't like some of the characterizations within Wilds. Like... Quite literally, and I do apologize if this comes across as rude, but I more have an issue with how Capcom handled having characters on the spectrum. I don't mind having characters in the game that are clearly on the spectrum, but all 3 of them are on the exact same team. They're all lumped together, segregated in their own little group. Like, that feels wrong. If you're gonna have them, don't force them all into one little group. Unless the characters were never meant to be portrayed the way they're being portrayed in the English dub. Which is possible, I will grant. It is entirely possible that these characters may not be actually being portrayed the way they're supposed to be portrayed, because that can happen. But, like, it definitely feels a little just, I don't want to say wrong, but annoying that Eric, Werner, and Olivia are all on the same, like, they are one of the units. Like, that is their unit, is the 3 of them, and it's like... Okay, but why, though? What reason would the guild have to put all 3 of them on the same team? Like, that's my thinking there. Like, I'm okay with the characters. I like the characters. Olivia's really cool. I honestly wish they let her be cooler. You know, Eric can get a bit annoying, and Werner is... he's written to be a jerk. He's a jerk. But, you know... The thing I just thought of to, like, compare him to is such an insult. I can't think of a good other example at the moment, though. I don't want to use that example. Oh no. I'm gonna have to. He's basically a more likable version of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Like, he just does things, doesn't understand why when they go wrong people are upset, or when he does something right and it turns out that it's wrong, he doesn't understand why people are upset over this. And, you know, he's very, very jerkish in his nature around that stuff. Like, Werner is... yeah, he gets on... he's written to get on your nerves. So, it works, but... Alright. I want somewhere to throw this statue down. What is this statue? Oh, it's this guy. What about him is fake, or do I just already have him? Can I, like, fit him right here? I can. There we go. Thinking under the tree. Yeah, let's come have our KK concert. And I guess I'll be sitting next to Pinky. Hey, KK. Nice to be appreciated. You ready for the latest toe tapper from Toonsville? Love that, my man. Cool, cool. Any requests? And dial up an old favorite, you can just tell me how you're feeling, and I'll groove on it. I'm in a mood. I'm gonna say, you know, it's hard to say. Cool. You dialed in. Have a seat and let me jam. Pop a squat next to Pinky. This one's for all you cats who don't like to be boxed in. Let's take a trip to KK Songtown. Wait. Didn't this used to be a secret song you had to request? Isn't this the do 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 do? Isn't that this song? Yeah, it is. Didn't you have to always request this? I guess it's not a secret song anymore. This is actually a little, like, Easter egg song that's been in a lot of Nintendo games for decades. You've probably heard it and not even realized it. But, yeah, like, my biggest issue, I think, with Monster Hunter Wilds is still just... I apologize for the siren. Jesus, that was loud. I think my biggest issue with Monster Hunter Wilds is still just them trying to increase equipment diversity by ruining it. Like, not every armor set has offensive bonuses. So every armor set that doesn't have any is useless. Because, well, as I've explained before, it's like the tank survivability onion. Your primary way of surviving is don't get hit. Getting hit is the thing you want to avoid. So having an armor set all about recovering after getting hit, you can probably understand why that's not exactly a great thing. Having some of those skills can be nice. That's what decoration slots are for. Especially where there's not a lot of skills you can put in your armor that increase damage, and they tend to all be pretty big. So you're probably going to have a lot of small, empty decoration slots. I had to let that last little bit play out. Thanks, KK. Right on, man. Gotta give your pockets a glance. Slipped you a boot of the show. That was like unreal. Thanks for tuning your dial my direction. I guess the town's gonna have KK song for a while. Diva's happy about it. Oh, she's doing some stretching. I actually still need to do my exercise for today. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling about stuff now. The more I talk, the kind of more uncomfortable I'm getting at the moment. Because, like, I'm not used to missing that part of my tooth yet, so my upper lip is resting weirdly, and it's weird. I'll get there, though. I just need to talk more to get there, but for now, I do need to get to my exercise as well. It's like, well, it's 7:20, so would be probably a good idea for me to get to that stuff before I forget. But yeah. I'm gonna try and just own this. Yeah, I got a broken tooth. What of it? Come at me. I've been through hell. Have you? Like, nah, I don't want to... That's more aimed at anyone that would give me crap over this. Like, that's not actually how I look at things. Like, you don't need to be through crap to have a bad thing happen, you know? But yeah. That's going to be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then.